Good evening and welcome to the very first Avatar Connects member spotlight from GamerDads Live, coming to you tonight, and your first guest is Darth Foamy. Welcome, Darth Foamy.
Hi, how are you, Wombo? Nice for having me here tonight.
Right, straight into the interview tonight then, folks. First up we have the icebreaker. Tell us one truth and one lie about yourself to let the members guess which one's truth and which one's false.
When I was younger, I was a member of the choir of my church, and I was also a Cub Scout leader. So I'll let you guys guess. I guess
Yeah,
both look like lies, but you'll be the final judges.
Thanks for that, Ryan. First question in the interview is, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a computer engineer, and I work for a school district in the information systems department. So, as you can tell, I like to work a lot with computers. That let me do a lot of gaming on the side. I mean, set up my stuff, and so basically that's. I have two kids. One of them is joining me right here. You can't see her, but she's wandering around, a 10-month-old. And Merrily, give me a second, because my 10-year-old is calling me on the phone. Sorry. And then I'm happily married for what is going to be already 6 years. So basically that's it. And I guess you know the struggles of being a parent and then running home and then try to find time to play video games too.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you. Question 2. How did you find GamerDads Live? What made you join and what keeps you coming back to the site?
Well, I found it because I was registered in 360 Boys, the site that gives like a blogging place to your Xbox, and there was a gamers dads group there, and that's where I was first, where I first found GDL, and I keep coming because it's like a family to me. You might not see them every day or even 3-4 times a year, but every time that you spend time with them, it's always fun, and it's nice to share with those guys experiences and stuff like that.
Great answer, thanks. What's your history in gaming? Where'd you get started and all the way up to now?
I'm sorry, Wombo?
What's your history in gaming? What started you off gaming, and what's your history up to now?
Well, I started with the Atari 200 and 2600. That was the first console that I actually had. I saw my dad play the old ping pong thing, but he didn't let me play too much with it. It was one of my uncle's game, so they told me it was like adult gaming and stuff like that. So the first one that I had was the Atari. Then after that, I moved to the Super Nintendo. And then I moved, actually I had a Nintendo, then a Super Nintendo. I jumped to computer gaming and finally moved to the Xbox and the Xbox 360. So that's where I'm at right now. I have a PS3 and a Wii. Now that I guess I grow up and I'm able to afford my gaming stuff, I'm able to buy whatever I want. My dad was not very fond of me playing video games, so now I don't have that constraint.
Yeah.
Ironically, my dad now agrees that my daughter and my niece play video games in the Kinect and the Wii. So I don't know. You know, once you come to the grandparenting parts, your mindset changes completely.
It's always good how minds change throughout the years. Well, that's the end of part 1. We'll be straight back in part 2 with more questions for your member spotlight. Thank you. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of your member spotlight with Darth Foamy. Right, straight back into the questions. Question number 4 for you tonight is, what is your favourite game ever and why?
Well, my favorite game is the original The Legend of Zelda. Why? Because it's I like the shiny golden color on it to begin with, and second because I bought the game before having the Nintendo Entertainment System. I remember I told my parents, "Am I gonna get it for Christmas?" And they said, "Well, we don't know." So buying the game will make a statement that I really want the console. So that helped me. I was playing it in my friend's house while I had the console, but that was the very first game that I can say I had on my own. The Atari games, I had an uncle that worked on the Atari company, so he will basically give them to me. I actually didn't buy any Atari game, or my parents didn't spend any money on those games because all of those were given by my uncle. So the actual first game that I bought was that one.
Very good, very good. Tell us the story behind your gamer tag.
I'm sorry?
Tell us the story behind your gamer tag.
It's kind of funny. You know how hard it is to create a gamer tag on Xbox Live. So I start getting ideas of whatever. First it was gonna be Kerberos, and I tried several things and nothing worked. I'm a huge fan of the Star Wars movie, so I start thinking on probably start using Dart and Dart this and Dart that, and nothing will work. So at that time I was watching some videos on the internet about a squirrel named Foamy, so it's like, I'll just try that one, and that's what it came out as being available, and it stick to it. I thought of changing it, but after a while and thinking on changing it, I guess nothing else clicked, and I just keep using it.
Yeah. We all love a bit of Foamy. Can't beat him. Any other major hobbies that you have?
Well, I love sports actually, and I'm currently playing soccer or football, depending on which side of the pond you're talking about the sport. And I play inline hockey too, so sports is technically my other hobby. I mean, after sitting for a while in the couch, I better start moving and not keep gaining those extra pounds that if you don't move, you might start acquiring.
Very cool, very cool. Next question, what's your favorite music album and why?
Well, I don't have a specific favorite music album. I like different genres of music: heavy metal, rock, classical, a little bit of jazz, some music in Spanish. So, like a specific or a favorite album, I don't have. I like to listen to different kinds of music, so I don't really have one.
Cool. What's your favorite movie?
Star Wars. Like I said, I'm a huge fan, so the favorite one is Star Wars. Any episode, I don't discriminate. Even though I know that people don't like from 1 to 3 or one of those, I like them all.
Very cool, very cool. And last question for this half. If you could be a computer game character, which one and why?
Dr. Gordon Freeman. I mean, what else can you... It's not... I don't have superpowers, probably, but hey, I have a PhD from MIT, so that gets close to reality, so I will be him.
That's a very good answer, thank you. Right, folks, that's it for part 2. We're back in a moment with part 3 of your Member Spotlight. And welcome back to the third and final part of your Member Spotlight from GamerDads Live with Darth Foamy, who is your guest tonight. Right, question 10 for you. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
I guess reading people's mind. You might want to fly, you might want to do a lot of other things, but if you can read people's mind, you won't have to worry about guessing what kind of present are you going to get to your wife for the anniversary, or you will be able to guess all those kind of things, and it'll make it very neat. So for me, it'll be that one. Very good, yeah. Personally, I don't think I could cope with what would go on in a woman's mind, but you know. And last
last question for you. What's the most embarrassing Christmas present you've ever received?
One time in a gift exchange at work, someone gave me a set of pens, and I guess I made I don't have a poker face, so they read on me. They said it was a director from another department, and she said, "You know what? Forget it. I won't ever give you pens anymore. I'll buy just whatever game or toy is around there, and I'll give it to you." So I guess I make it very obvious that pen was not my favorite gift, but I guess it was more embarrassing for them to witness that I was not like too happy. So yeah, I guess that was the embarrassment on the moment, and then the most embarrassing gift. So it was a both ways combination there.
Yeah, yeah. Right, okay. Thank you very much for being my guest in this interview today.
Thank you for having me here, and I hope we're able to see more dads around here soon.
Yeah, here's hoping. Thank you very much, ladies and gents, to give you your December spotlight, Darth Foamy.
Thank you.
And that concludes the very first Avatar Connect member spotlight from Gamer Dad's Live. We had our guest Darth Foamy tonight. I'm your host, Womble MK3, and I bid you good night.